Truggy, Muggy, Muggy, Truggy, and once I get her back together, Buggy. So, what's up, Nitro Nation? Muggy Maniac is here, ready to break in some shit. We were going to go run some tanks of fuel, baby juice, baby formula through the Reds. Can't wait to fire this Reds, modified by Rick at R&B, and see what it's got. So we're going to break in some shit. In the next couple days, you're going to see me. I'm not going to be the guy that has, even though I am getting accumulated motors, that has motors, tons of motors just sitting around, never breaking them in, never using them. You know, I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm breaking my shit in. I'm not going to have a motor that's not broken in, you know, or a motor that's not run. I'm going to, like I said before, my platforms aren't going to become shelf bitches, and either are my motors, because the Muggy Maniac don't roll like that, okay? I didn't put all this money, invest all this money into shit just to have it and have it around and say, oh, I have it. I did to run it, to learn from it, to share that knowledge with other people, and especially newbies, so I can pull other people up to the next level, because I'm going full on next level, as you guys already know. Next level motors, next level platforms, next level tools, next level rims and tires, next level painting my own, customizing my own bodies, which, by the way, I think I did a pretty damn good job. If I look real close, I can nitpick it, sure. But to the normal person, they see this body and they're like, man, that thing is pretty sick. That's a sick looking body. And wait till you see the one that I do on my MBX, my buggy, because I got a brand new Proline Phantom body, which is for the MBX 7 buggy, but I can fit it on my 5. Okay, I didn't like the 6, ugly looking. I definitely didn't like the 5. I love the 7 and the way that it looks. That's why I got this body. I might get a JC Concept one too, but I'm going to throw a custom paint job on that soon. I got a theme that I'm going to do along the lines of, like I did this. This was the superheroes. Just to let you guys in on it, that one might be the villains. So I'm going to put some sick-ass villains on there like this, and that'll be, because that's fitting for the Mugen. Mugen's a villain. I'm telling you. Mugen is a villain, thug, life, 8-skill, nitro, motor, garbage can. Like, this platform has ran all my motors, and I'll continue to put motors. Matter of fact, I am going to break in that modified Pico 28.7 that got modified by Rick. I'm going to break it in on the Mugen, definitely, until it gets the Reds, because the Reds is its final resting place is going to be in the Mugen. I got this .21 not for a Truggy. I remember I told you guys I would never put a .21 in a Truggy, because to me, .21s, unless you're racing, they're made for buggies. Big motors like .25s, .28s, .30s, .32s, so forth, those are made for trucks, in my opinion. Just my opinion. Those are the big boy motors for the big boy trucks. Can you put them in buggies? Sure. I've had 28.8 stock in that one, the Mugen, and it's going to get an LRP 32 modified in it. It's going to get to try the Pico. It's going to get, the Novarossi modified 28.8 Rex Legend. That has already had the stock 28.8 in that buggy. And it handled it, and it loved the shit out of that thing. I almost never wanted to take it. As a matter of fact, if I keep the Rex Legend in here, 28.8 modified, I might keep that 28.8 stock in the buggy, because it screams in the buggy, even stock. Who knows? I got motors that I don't even know what where I'm gonna put them, but all I know is I'm breaking them in, and I'm gonna be running them in one of my platforms. And I have another family member coming, should be here today or tomorrow. I'm kind of excited about it, can't wait. And I'll unbox it for you guys, like I told you. I'm not the unboxer, but when I get something big, like the motors was a big thing, not only were they my first modified, but the motors that I picked, the quality of them. I did all my research and my homework. I think I picked some pretty badass motors. If I'm going next level, I'm not, I'm going for the cream of the crop, man. I'm not playing around with a bunch of rice burners. Although there is some good ones, you know. Alpha's a rice burner, but it's a good motor, I heard. Um, OS obviously is a top rice burner, but they're good motors. They win races. They win championships. Ask Ty Tessman. Ask Adam Drake. Block, which is by Techno. I got to try one of those. But that would mean, from now on, when I get .21s, and if I get them, because like I said, a .21 does to the Muggy Maniac as much as a stock motor does to John Bodegel. And he already told you. They just don't do nothing for him. Same here. So if I'm going to get a .21, that shit's got to be modified. So any .21s from here forward, the only one that'll stay stock for now, maybe I might get it modified, will be my Offna. It's old school Offna Hyper .21, 8 port, mint condition, tons of pinch, and it's a conversational piece, man. They don't make this no more. This thing, I'm not doing anything with this. I'm not even going to mod it, I think. I have another one. I might take one of them and mod it. I have another one here that doesn't have any of the insides except for the crank. It needs a sleeve, a piston, and a rod, and a back plate. So, I mean, I can build one of these off the Viper 21s and mod it. And I'm sure it'd be pretty sick. That would probably be a project that I'll do later, but I got too much other shit to worry about now. So, anyway, I get a lot of people tell me, hey, where's your Muggy at? Or Muggy Maniac? How are you a Muggy Maniac? There's no Muggy. The reason they called me Muggy Maniac, I didn't come up with that, because when they seen this is a XTM Mammoth ST 8 scale Nitro Muggy. Not a truggy, not a monster truck. Okay, what makes it a Muggy? The tires, basically. That's what Muggy, these are Muggy tires. It's a Muggy. Plus the big shocks. They're not stock ones, but it's got 18 millimeter shocks in it. Bigger than what I have on my Techno, or my Mugen, or the MBX coming in. They have, I think, 16 or 17. These are 18 millimeter. Okay, you just never know. This is always in my videos. I don't know, but you don't notice it because I don't have the Muggy tires on it. Because they're 300 grams. They're almost twice the weight of the tires, like the Badlands with the DE Racing rims, whether it's this ones or the DE Racing rims with the ZD tires on them. Those are ZD tires. If you want to get some, they're cheap, they're good, they're light, strong, real rubber, but you gotta change the inserts, which means you gotta unglue them, take them apart, put real foam inserts in them, because this shit inside of here is garbage. They eventually turn into pizza cutters if you don't change that. But they're like $35, I think, for 4 of them with rims and tires already glued and mounted. So you can't beat that. And I love those. They're perfect, and that's why I use them on the Muggy. But those are the original Muggy tires that came with it. I haven't ran these things in almost 2 years. I think I'm going to run them. Because the ones that I had on there before that you guys seen, those things are done. They were way, way too soft, and that LRP stock 32, when I broke it in, was just, it tore them up. they're nothing. They're like no mas no more. Okay, so I don't remember what I did with the rims. Oh, matter of fact, here's one of the tires. Look at that. And one of them had a hole in it. These things are, see, this is the kind of tire foam that China gives you. See this? This is like cheap fucking almost cotton. You might as well put cotton in here. This thing is just, look at it. It's just a shredding, no good. You gotta get some good tire foam. Proline, make some, aka whoever. And, if it has good tire foam, even though these tires they were just too thin. So I have no street tires to break in my motors now. So what I'm going to use for now, I'm going to use these on the Muggy. I don't think I'll put them on the Techno. Who knows? Maybe I'll throw them on Techno for shits and giggles. I mean, I really don't want to run them at all because they don't make these tires anymore. These are tires that were for the XTM that came with it. So, I mean, like I said, they don't make them no more. I almost don't even want to run them. I can get more of these here. Maybe I'll just run these on there. But I might run them one more time. Even though there's, I mean, I don't know. It's a hard decision. See, I don't really bash this thing that much, even though I bash it plenty. I'm really timid when I run this thing because parts are very hard to get, and not just hard to get, but they take time to get them. One company I know makes everything for this thing. It just takes about 2 months for you to get it. So anyway, you shouldn't have any questions. This is a Muggy. Now you want to see what this Muggy has? I haven't went through my Muggy in a while, or I don't remember. Obviously, we're gonna throw the Rex is already getting ready, getting fit in here. 28.8 modified. See, I built this whole platform around this motor, but stock. So the Novorossi 28.8 was the first motor that went in here when I blew up the other one that came in here, the 24.7. When I put this motor in stock, it just wreaked havoc on all of this shit because it was 28.8. Even stock's a badass motor. And this platform was set up for a .25. And not that type of motor or quality. So I had to replace a lot of shit, and I went through a lot of stuff. But it is completely refined. The center diff alone, which is a 2-speed, this is going to, I'm going to see this thing how it performs, because with this motor modified now, we're going to get up there. I mean, this thing, I clocked it with the gears it has in it now with a stock 28.8, around 60, 65, which is pretty fast. With this modified and this gearing, I'm thinking around 80 plus. We'll find out. I haven't been able to get it, even with the stock one, I really haven't got it, I mean, I finally got it dialed in, but this is going to be a whole different ball game. So this motor is getting the motor that originally I wanted. I mean, the motor that I ran with it originally, after I blew up the other one, but just, we're going next level. The Muggy is going next level even. It's going to run a modified 28.8. Zah, look at that. It just fits perfect. This center diff, this was $200, man. I built this thing because this is one of the most important things. That's where all your power is going to. I was tearing up plastic gears. No bueno in here. So these are all steel. I had these custom made steel. Top diff tower plate, they call it. Plate tower, whatever. This is 775, like 5mm. Machine anodized aluminum. The towers are the same. They're aluminum. I mean, this is all aluminum and metal in the center. Nothing but. Like I said, about $200 for me to build that. And we are now going to put it to the test because we're going to throw a modified 28.8 on that bad boy. And we'll see what happens. The front arms I mean, the front steering bill or whatever you call it, this is all aluminum. The one's original was plastic. That's all aluminum. The Ackerman, which is the steering thing here, that's titanium. This top plate, aluminum. This here, aluminum. This brace is one of the original braces. I'm going to replace that with aluminum. But the rear, we have 2 aluminum chassis stiffeners. And look at that. I mean, if you see this is a dog bone. If you compare that to like ones that come on low C's, I mean, even the one that came on my Techno, there's really no comparison. I mean, it's so much. Look at, this is the diameter that standard truggies have. Okay, low C, it's about the same size. Techno, Mugen, whatever. Look at, compared to that thing, like it's almost twice the size. This thing's like a toothpick. This thing's like a pencil. And this is the same one on the front. My drive shafts in the front. Drive shafts in the rear. Those are all the same size. I think it's about a 5mm. This has got to be at least, this is about 3, I would say, okay? By the way, the one that I replaced in here, that's in the Techno, that one's 5mm. And it's aluminum, so which will be a lot better. Lighter. This one is, I replaced this one too, because both the ones that I had originally, they were wobbly. They weren't bad, but I just don't want any wobble at all. That'll wear out your bearings. That'll start to wear out your diff cups here. You'll get grooves in there. So you want to keep them as straight as possible. So anyway, she's ready to rock and roll. But yeah, this thing is 2005 when it came out. Hobby People was the company that had it. They were a huge hobby company, RC company. They went belly up, chapter 11. I mean, these shocks, I mean, these are Kyosho's, man. These are expensive, and they, you know, I built them. But, I mean, they're 18 millimeter. I mean, you don't really get much bigger than that unless you go pit scale. You know, I mean, this thing is a tank. Like I said, it weighs probably about 12 pounds at least. But it's a behemoth. But it is a Muggy, just because it doesn't say Muggy. Most people are familiar with the, I guess, I mean, the low C, the LST, or whatever it's called. It says Muggy, but it doesn't mean that this doesn't mean this is not a Muggy. This is not a truggy. This is not obviously a monster truck. This is just the XTM's version of a Muggy, okay? Big beast. Alright? Muggy? Truggy. Truggy? Muggy. Buggy. Alright, people, so I don't know what part of that you don't know, or it just doesn't make any, you know, if you think this is not a Muggy, you tell me what it is, okay? I know what it is, so you can't tell me what it is anyway, but if you feel free to comment on the bottom, whatever, tell me what you think this is, okay? But I know what it is, okay? This is my first vehicle. It's an RTR, XTM Mammoth ST, 8 scale Muggy. It's not a truggy, okay? They didn't categorize it as a truggy. That's a truggy, okay? This is a pig. A big, fat, nasty ass, brapping, terrorizing, bashing fucking hog, okay? That's my hog. This here is my lean, mean machine, and I got another one coming, hopefully today or tomorrow. So anyway, we got to put that back together, the Mugen. It's got to go back together. We finished the rims and tires, came out very, very nice. I like them. It's got to take the rubber bands off. Just, you know, when you do these tires, make sure you just use the right glue. I can't emphasize that enough. I use this one on the white ones right there, and luckily that I was able to set them right, because this shit dries quick. This is what you want to use. Medium dynamite, or whatever. Make sure it's a medium. Thick is drying too fast. Thin is going to take all day to dry. Okay, pipes. We got pipes here. Now the pipes, I'm cleaning my pipes, right? These are going to get very caked up when you're breaking in motors, okay? FYI. Because of especially if you're running real rich like me, this shit's going to be dripping out the end. It's going to be caked. You got to clean your shit. So what I do is I take Simple Green, mix it with water, put it in the microwave, nuke it up a couple minutes, get it nice and hot and boily, put it in the tub, bam, lay this in there, let it soak. It breaks up all the shit inside of it. Now you can go waste all your money on, you know, dynamite cleaner that's $10 for a can, or, you know, whatever, solvents or whatever. Simple Green's cheap. Most people, I have tons of it, so, you know, I use that. In industrial fabricating, FAA won't even let you use solvents anymore, and that's what we use. We took scalding hot water and mixed it with Simple Green, and it cleaned aluminum, titanium, stainless steel, any metal, okay? Very well, too. And it doesn't harm anything, you know? Simple Green's good shit. But anyway, want to shine them up? Here you go. You don't got a buffing, shining thing or whatever? Brasso. Been around forever. Cleans brass, copper, stainless steel, chrome, aluminum, pewter, bronze. I mean, everything. So that shit works good. It's very cheap. Get it at your local hardware, wherever, Home Depot. And it works well. I mean, I shine this. Where's it at? Did I shine that little piece up right there? See that little shiny piece? But it used to look like that. Kind of dull. So anyway, if you get your pipes, don't clean them inside either. They get clogged up. And this is your lungs. This is your lungs to your nitro motor, people. Keep your lungs clean, free. Or your motor's going to have a hard time breathing and perform like shit. So anyway, that's what's going on with that. What else? Oh yeah, one last thing. Now, oh, there, I forgot about this pipe. Now these you can't clean or shine. I mean, you can clean, but you can't shine up because they just got this weird finish. This is a Dynamite 053 Platinum. This works well on stock motors. I recommend it on stock big motors. Stock LRP .32, stock 28.8 with this conical header or whatever that comes with it. But as far as mods, I don't know. Maybe I might try it on a mod. I don't know. It's mostly designed for mid and top, so who knows. Carburetors, okay. We got... Where's it at? Yeah, we got X-Tech. No bueno. We got Kyosho. Bueno. And we got Novarossi. Mucho bueno. So anyway, that's the deal. But remember, these, I don't know if you guys know, the FYI, the new Novarossi carburetors that come on the 28.8s, they have a mid needle. If yours has one, don't touch it. Leave it alone and just tune around it. Do not touch it. That comes from Rick at R&B Mods. Said if you have one of those, he doesn't care for them either, just don't mess with it. And you'll be okay. Unless you know what you're doing and you have lots of luck with that and you love it. The only person I know that loves it is Adam Drake. John Bodegel says no bueno. Ty Testman also likes it. Those are guys that race too, so I don't know. Maybe it's catered to racing for some really fine adjustment. But anyway, so that carburetor, X-Tech. This comes on the LRP .32. Garbage. Pain in the ass to tune. You can tune it and you can run it. Just not the best one to run. So, no bueno. The Kyosho runs great. I love this carburetor. It is like a tenth of the price of a Novarossi. I can get like 8 of these for the price of one of those. You know, but I'm not sure on the modified. I won't know. I'm going to try it with a 9.5 millimeter that I drilled out Venturi to see how the flow is, and I'm going to try it on the LRP 32 when I get it modded and get it back from Rick, and we'll see. If it runs and screams and throws and settles down the idle and everything, why wouldn't I run it? Why would I pay $80 more and get an Novarossi? I mean, I already have one coming anyway because I kind of just don't want to use this one here, even in the stock Rex Legend, you know. I might put it in the stock one and mess around with it to see what actually it does, you know, because this one's not going to be running in anything right now. It's pulled out, and the modified one that's modified by Rick. By the way, check it out. Rick actually put his name on the side. Zah, Rick Brake. And you got the old R&B mod on top, signature. Zah. So this badass is going to be running my XTM Mammoth ST Muggy. So anyway, that's all I got going on, people. Okay, just real quick, wanted to update you on that. And I do have a lot of people that ask me, where's your Muggy? Or do you have a Muggy? It's always been there. You guys see this Muggy all the time in all my videos. You just don't notice it because I don't run these 5-pound behemoth tires on it anymore because they weigh too much. And when you got tires that weigh a lot, it's a lot of wear and tear on your drivetrain, your dog bones. I mean, just everything. Bearings, the whole 9 yards. I mean, that's what it looks like when it came brand new stock. Still looks the same as far as the tires. The only thing that changed is the look, really, from the outside. But anyway, that is a 8-scale Nitro XTM Mammoth ST Nitro Muggy. Any questions? By the way, Floyd Brewer, you got motors, apparently, from what I heard, going to Rick. Oh, some of you guys do. If not, get some, send them to him, get that shit modified if you're on that level. If you're not on that level, then disregard that. And just get a good stock. If you want a good stock big motor, again, Novarossi 28.8 Rex Legend. You don't have to do anything to it. No carburetor milling, no changing of nothing. You just normal break-in routine and put a pipe on it and your clutch set up and learn how to tune it. That's a great motor, man, if you want to go big. If not, continue to mess around with pull starts and freaking rotor starts until you get burned out on that, or, you know, hopefully you don't, but you might just quit and go do E-Word. So anyway, that's all the Muggy Maniacs got. I'm out. I got to go break in some motors. I'll bring you guys some more videos of the break-ins of the Nitros, hopefully in the next few days. So anyway, everybody out there, oh yeah, if you got it, floss it, man. Show your bling bling, people. I showed you my bling bling as far as my motors, and I'm going to show you some bling bling of the platform when it comes in here soon. But yeah, you got bling bling? Show that shit off, man. And I got more bling bling coming. So anyway, peace out, people.